So the update was actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, even though I haven't been playing Street Fighter Five as of late because of Guilty Gear. Um, I was hyped for these characters. Oro, especially, he was the one character I really wanted to see in the game. I thought Akira was cool, and after this last update, she looks even better. Um, Oro looks really cool. Like he's one of my characters that I liked in Third Strike. I like his play style. I just like his whole like his style, his demeanor, his character. They made him a little more goofy in this game, with the turtle. He's like he's falling asleep on you. It's just like, just like I'm so strong. I can literally beat you while I'm asleep. I literally don't even have to be awake right now. Um, his moves look cool. He's got the fireball. I like the little fireball shenanigans he has. Um, the command grab. Come on now, who doesn't love that command grab? The command grab. He has, of course, the chicken kicks. Everybody is talking about chicken kicks. And it's super. He has the what is it? The spirit bomb, which I'm cool. They actually brought back. So I definitely want to try Oro. Now Akira, on the other hand, she blew my mind,
You
honestly.
look like she gonna be busted.
She looks pretty cool. Has a lot going on.
Yeah.
Also because she's looks like a Marvel character in Street Fighter, and if anybody knows me,
Oh, baby.
yeah, I'm a big fan of Marvel. So she got the she. I honestly, this is my prediction that Capcom is working on some type of team based game or like tag game, um, or like Marvel 4 because she's literally a Marvel character. It's like they're testing stuff out. She has Daigo, her brother. He's an assist. He's literally an assist, and she has air combos.
He attacks twice when he come out.
Yeah,
Like
so
you
it's like,
go
yeah,
ahead,
he
I'm
does
sorry.
the where it's like he jumps on you, like punches you, then he like does a little I'm too swaggy for you aura and like blows up. So yeah, she really makes me think that there's like they're testing something for either some type of Capcom All Star game, another Marvel game, another Rival Schools. Because we know that Rival Schools had air combos, so they call them air raids or whatever. Um, so that could be a possibility. They might be trying stuff out. And even they're saying that well, Luke, the
Luke,
final character, he's supposed to be the future Street Fighter. I wasn't super like impressed. Akira definitely was the thing that like really had me hyped for the whole update. Luke is cool. Um I really was thinking like if they made one more new character for Street Fighter 5, it was gonna be somebody that looked to me personally a little more interesting, had a little more interesting fighting style. Because I mean, we've had similar. Like he people have made this assumption like this. They made this analysis, and I have too. This observation. He looks like Ed a little bit, and he looks like Ed Ken ish, Sean ish, maybe Sagada Adanish. So it's like he got a lot of stuff going on. It seems like we kind of seen it already. He even got Gal's big arms, so it was cool to see a new character. People there's so many speculations about who he is. Was he the character that was from Capcom All Stars that got canceled? Is he so and so? Is he Captain Commando before Captain Commando? Is he Gal's son? Is all this different stuff? Is he what's the character? Is he what's that character? Is he Joe's is Joe his idol? Like so much stuff going on. And people saying he's the future. So I'm just curious, like, how is he gonna play into the story? How is he gonna play into the future Capcom? Is he gonna be the face of SF6? Because we talked about this before here on the panel and like chats and stuff that we feel like, and I feel like this too. When I saw Luke, I was like, this is a new Ken. I felt like he's the new Ken. He has the style, the hair, the fire. So I'm like, this could be new Ken. They could be doing the opposite of what they did with Third Strike. They had Ken and Ryu to be the people that everybody recognized, but they might be like, okay, well, let's switch out Ken and Ryu for some substitutes instead of like the other characters. So they might, it could be another character that might be the new Ryu, the new Chun-Li. So we don't know just yet, but he looked cool. He had a lot going on in the trailer. He's just shooting. He looks like he's been training under. And if I didn't know any better, I would think the guy that he's talking about is Ralph from KOF, because he punches the arms. Like I feel like he was training on the Ralph. So, but yeah, the update overall was cool. It was, you know, they're gonna give us everything, giving us both the characters Oro and Akira next week, I think. So a week, yeah, next week. So I'm down for that. I think it was a pretty successful showing.
10 days from now.
Yep.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I thought I liked the summer update. I thought it was really cool. I did. I mean, but you know, you got to understand. As I've stated in the past, I really don't care about Oro that much. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Well, he looks cool, but I'm just kind of like, the big draw was Akira for me. I was like, first off, like it's kind of like a character. Whenever a character comes from outside the franchise, outside the Street Fighter franchise, to be in the game, I'm always like, oh, that's awesome. So you know, but Akira just looks like a really good character, just in general, like a really good character to play. And that whole air combo stuff is like boggled my mind. I was like, wow, man, they're like really up there. Like they're really far up there. Like I don't think any character in Street Fighter has ever gone that high up in the high up on the screen before, man. Like it looked pretty awesome. So although I did like that whole thing where they had the reversal from Oro, where it does the EX reversal and then does the throw right afterwards for the extra damage. I was like, that's a lot of damage to take, you know, just off of like, you know, getting a reversal like with an EX reversal. That's a lot of damage. So yeah, that was pretty cool. As far as Luke is concerned, though, I don't know. I think Luke looks like a pretty cool character. I think I'm not sure like I said, like I'm kind of interested to see, like Mr. Gameless was saying, I'm kind of interested to see where he falls in terms of what the Street Fighter lore is concerned. But I think his look is all right. I think like his moves look really cool. I kind of like the way that his moves look. It looks like he's like doing like, if anybody ever watched like Yu Yu Hakusho, where they had like the vacuum, where what's his name, Toguro would do the thing where he's kind of like flicking like the compressed air at Yusuke from his hand. Like that's what it kind of reminds me of when he's doing his projectiles and stuff. So I think that looks really cool. It's interesting. I don't know if we've ever had like an MMA fighter type character exactly like Luke, maybe similar to him, but not exactly like him. I also want to know who exactly he's referring to when he's like talking about I want to be just like him, like I'll never lose and stuff. I mean, if he's referring, like some people said he might be talking about Sagat, hopefully. I was thinking like if he's trying to refer to somebody who's never lost before, then he's probably not talking about Sagat. So you can just go ahead and disqualify him. But yeah, because I mean, like for those of you who don't know, that big scar on his chest is like is like the biggest L he's ever gonna hold. Like that, it is permanently tattooed on his body, like the L that he took from Ryu.
Bigger than the L that Dan Daz took.
I mean, I guess, but I mean, like nobody remembers that guy. Does anybody even remember that guy's name?
Dan's dad.
Yeah, exactly. What's his last name? Hibiki? Something.
Dad Hibiki.
Yeah, Dad Hibiki. Dad Hibiki. That was a good one. See, nobody remembers him, but people remember that Sagat lost to Ryu. So I mean, that's assuming that he's like talking about him in that fashion. But yeah, like Luke looks like, I mean, seems like an okay character. I would definitely like to get a chance to like play that character, but I'm mostly interested in getting a chance to play as Akira. I think like that's a character I'm going to enjoy playing. I would definitely agree with Mr. Gameless that it's always like the way that they do fighting games, it seems these days, is that like sometimes when they bring a character in, it's not always 100% about like, okay, we're just putting this character in for no reason. Like there's usually a reason behind it. Like there's always like an ulterior motive. And it's not one of those things where they're like, okay, let's test this out in Street Fighter V, you know, and see how people react to it. And depending on the reactions and how they feel about the way that like some of the mechanics mesh, you know, we could be seeing another team, like Mr. Gameless said, like another team-based game. We could see like rival schools revival. I mean, how many people do you know of that have ever actually played rival schools? Like who even know what that game is? You know, Like, I mean, a lot of people didn't know what Darkstalkers was. Like, some people didn't know what Darkstalkers was, and like, I mean, I feel that Rival Schools might be even more obscure than Darkstalkers is. Like that's and it would be kind of nice to see how people feel because like it's like a chance to bring an older game, like I wouldn't say an older game franchise back and see and reintroduce it to the masses. So that would be really nice. So yeah, I mean, I think the summer update was really cool. My only issue is that I know like they have like the mystery characters, and it's not like they're implying that like the mystery character is a character that was already in the series. That being said, I would have preferred if they had an old character, like a character that was in previous iterations of Street Fighter, as opposed to like a brand new character. I know it's supposed to be a thing where they're like, oh well, he's like the future of Street Fighter, but I mean, like Sean was like, I mean, like technically speaking, like they had like all these new characters that they had in like Street Fighter 3, and remember it was called Street Fighter 3 New Generation, and some of those characters haven't been utilized since like Street Fighter 3, like Sean hasn't been utilized since Street Fighter 3. Like technically speaking, they could have just as easily brought back Sean and made Sean like they could have basically made that character Sean. Like they could have made him into Sean and then had like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like Shotokan like match style, which I mean and technically speaking, the way that Luke looks wouldn't be that far off from like like that hypothetical style. So I mean, it would have been really cool. I think it would have had a lot more impact in general on like on people who play Street Fighter than just being like, all right, we're just gonna make a whole new character and like, yeah, this is the future of Street Fighter. When like we had a character who was already a pupil of Ken in the first place. We already have pupil characters in the lore of Street Fighter. So why are we making a new character that nobody's ever heard of, nobody has any connection to, when there's already characters that are ready to pick up and carry the torch for these characters that are for the established characters like Ken, Ryu, and even Sagat. Sagat already has a pupil, Adon. Now they might not be on the best of terms, but they are still master and pupil, pretty much. So I don't know. I think that being said, Ed? I think, yeah, even Ed, yeah, exactly, like Ed, he's Balrog's pupil. Like we have all these pupil characters in the lore already. So it's like, why do we need to make this new guy? And he's like bringing the new guy, be like, he's the future of Street Fighter, when we have all these Street Fighters who are already ready and willing to continue the legacy of like characters from the past. So I don't know. I don't know. I think that's my take on it, man. I think I think I like the summer update, and I think Luke looks like a cool character, but I think that this was a missed opportunity for Capcom to really like focus on characters that are already established in the series to make them into the torchbearers for the for like later generations of Street Fighter.